First of all, check out my new episode of What If. It's episode 4. It's discussing sports entertainment as opposed to pro wrestling. Just check it out. You'll figure it out. It's a bad video, but it's not a bad video, but it's not as good as I would have liked it to be because I didn't get to say as much as I wanted. Anyway, this is my video on which promotion would be seen as is the number 2 promotion in the United States today. And you have to look at a whole bunch of criteria, so I'll just go through all them. I think I've put down 14 criteria, and so I'll go through them now. First one is profit. Ring of Honor makes more of a profit than TNA. Fact. And now people would say, well, Ring of Honor is a smaller promotion than TNA, but you've got to just look at it and think, well, TNA it is a big company, so it's not making as much money, so it's got to spend more to try to get this profit. But Ring of Honor is also a small company making a large profit. They're making more than what they should rightfully be making it for a promotion their size. So they're making a profit, and so they're above TNA in that respect. Fan numbers, I would say TNA. TNA has more fans than Ring of Honor. I'm sure a lot of Ring of Honor fans will dispute that, but I just think that TNA has more fans on a whole because it's got a lot of younger fans who can't buy Ring of Honor DVDs, so they don't get to see the product. And I'll go to fan loyalty, which is different from fan numbers. Ring of Honor's fans are more loyal than TNA's fans are, because once again, TNA fans who go to the Impact tapings, they don't always seem enthusiastic. You can get in for free for the Impact tapings. Whereas with Ring of Honor shows, you got to go to all of them, and you can also look at the bar rates. Respect His Own has been said to have sold more than TNA pay-per-views. So that's number 3 criteria. Number 4 criteria is the pay-per-view bar rates. Respect Is Earned has been said to have sold more than any TNA pay-per-view this year, and this is out from the TVN and Dish Network. They've both stated this. So I don't know if it's true, but I'm pretty sure it would be. Production average attendance. Ring of Honor's got a higher average attendance than TNA. If you look at it, because TNA's shows, they're all about 900 people, and their house shows are less than that. Ring of Honor does about the same. Would do about. So right now is doing, I think, a bit more than Ring of Honor, but at minimum Ring of Honor does 3 shows per month. About the same as TNA at minimum, and Ring of Honor does maximum of about 6, which is about the same as what TNA would do with house shows right now, with 6 per month. But if you look at it, sorry about the coughing, I'm still sick. But if you look at the average attendance for Ring of Honor is higher than what it is for TNA. Even though TNA has done some big shows, the average attendance as a whole Ring of Honor is higher. Production values. TNA has better production values than Ring of Honor, hands down. I mean, they do mess up a lot of the time in TNA with production values, but Ring of Honor has lower production values. They don't have the lighting, PA system, simple mistakes like that, which money would fix. But TNA just makes mistakes with bad, camera angles or a bad crew, because they're focusing on Jackie Moore when there's a pin being made, or the mistakes. Next criteria is financial backing and sponsors. Once again, TNA wins this one because they have financial backing from Panda Energy, and they have sponsors because they're on television. It's as simple as that, which means they get money from them. They don't get a lot of money, but they still have the financial backing, and they have the sponsors, which is what's keeping them afloat. If Ring of Honor didn't have, if Ring of Honor wasn't making a profit, they would go under. Simple as that. Television exposure, once again, TNA comes out on top in this respect, because Ring of Honor doesn't have a TV deal. They've only got one pay-per-view every 2 months. So it's pretty obvious that TNA would have more television exposure. Talent. Now this one is probably going to be controversial. I'm going to say Ring of Honor has better talent than TNA, and I'll explain why. If you look at the roster, of Ring of Honor. You look at all their wrestlers, their women's wrestlers, their just everyone. Just say TNA. Well, alright. I said the roster of TNA. There are weak wrestlers. There's weak women's wrestlers like Christy Hemme. I mean, she's but still bad for a women's wrestler. She's good by WWE standards, by Ring of Honor standards. She's really not that good because they get women's wrestlers from Shimmer, and they're pretty damn good. And then you've got guys in TNA like Black Reign and Black Reigns and Raven. I mean, he can cut a good promo, Raven, but it's still he's not good in the ring. He doesn't have it in the ring. I mean, you do have some weak members of the roster in TNA, and in Ring of Honor, there's not really anybody who's a weak wrestler. I mean, everyone in Ring of Honor's roster can put on a really good match, and that's one of the good parts about them. Distribution, I would have to say TNA has it over Ring of Honor easily because because of the television deal and the financial backing and all that sort of stuff. They can get their DVDs out into stores, whereas Ring of Honor can't because they've got to sell them over the internet. So TNA wins in distribution deals. Territory, I would say Ring of Honor covers more territory throughout the world than TNA does. TNA's done, I think, shows in Portugal, Mexico, Puerto Rico, places like that, a lot of Latin places, whereas Ring of Honor has done shows in Japan, they've done shows in the UK, and they've been through more of the United States than TNA has, so I would say that Ring of Honor really has more of a larger territory. It could be considered about equal, but still I'd say that Ring of Honor has a larger territory over the wrestling world. Because they go into the west coast of the United States, they've been to more places in the United States, and anyway, match quality, I would say Ring of Honor again. Because so far they put on more matches this year. They put on more 5-star matches, rated by Dave Meltzer, of course. They put on more match of the year candidates. I mean, on pay-per-view, in the top 10 matches of the year, they've had more matches than TNA has. TNA's put on some good matches, but not anything to really write home about. It's the match quality in Ring of Honor, the average match quality in Ring of Honor is a lot better than it is in TNA. I mean, TNA, you watch pay-per-view, the average match would be about, probably about 2.5 stars, something around that, I would say. In Ring of Honor, the match quality would be probably about 3 stars, 3+ stars, because they just bring it in the ring every time. Product quality, I would have to say that right now the product quality of Ring of Honor is greater than TNA. Now, Ring of Honor does have its flaws, but TNA's flaws are, they have lots of them, and they're easy to fix, but they're just not doing it. I mean, stupid storylines, bad angles, bad pay-per-view matches as a whole. And this is talking about the actual TNA's product, TNA's product as opposed to Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor's product is more under control, more streamlined. They know what they're doing. They're booking well. They're doing good writing for what they have. It's all working well. It doesn't seem there's not very many stupid things going on in Ring of Honor. They know what they're doing. But in TNA, it seems like there's they just don't have it there. Now draws, which is the last one. I would say TNA has more draws, bigger draws, like Kurt Angle, Sting, Samoa Joe, Jeff Jarrett, big names. TNA has it. So where do they come out overall? Ring of Honor has, in the criteria, Ring of Honor has 8, where they're above TNA, and TNA has 6, which is above Ring of Honor, which really, and you've got to also look at the criteria, how much they're really worth. And I would say that Ring of Honor's criteria that they have one are worth more than TNA, or it's different. So Ring of Honor, I would say, is the number 2 promotion in the United States. Just they don't have the exposure, so not a lot of people would know it. Anyway, thanks.